So today I am working with the Tim Holtz Christmas Circle Words Thinlits die set, and I made this card over the weekend. I made it yesterday, and it turned out so lovely. I thought, let me make another one and show everyone how easy this is to make. The hardest part is probably just running off all your little circles, which is very simple. I added this small umbrella craft die. It was the smallest circle. I think it's like 1.25 inches. I'm not positive, but I think it's around that size because I wanted the words to kind of pop with a white background, kind of like how ephemera has that white trim around it. I just thought it would look pretty up against this background paper. And the background paper that I used is Lawn Fawn. And I think it's like Merry and Bright is the name of that set. So all I used were the dies in this envelope, in this Sizzix envelope, and then I added the one small circle die just to give the ornaments a little bit bigger size to them. In the red card that I showed, I used red and white twine, and I had to pop it up on foam adhesive. This one, I wanted to try it with paper, and so I used the Tim Holtz Ideaology gold paper that comes in that gold and silver pad, and I also used that for the ornament toppers on both cards. This was so much fun to make. I started off making ornaments, and then as crafts will go, morphed into making cards. And then I decided while I was making this video, hey, I'm going to make a tag. So you can do ornaments, you can do cards, and you can do tags with these, and they turn out wonderful. Now that little Christmas ball, it is there's a circle. I think you can see it right above the card to the right where I laid my glue. That small circle is what I cut that ball out of. I did not use that circle for the rest of the ornaments. I used whatever the words were, if it was wish or joy or December. I know I used the 25. I only used that small die for the 2 glitter ornaments, one on each card. And, just gluing, my glue bottle the nozzle was a little clogged, but it was really helping me out with these teeny tiny pieces that I was putting glue on. So it looks like I'm using way more glue than I am. Now, towards the end, after all the messing with the bottle, it kind of unclogs itself. But even the tiniest bit of glue, like how I laid the gold paper as ornament string, it was just the tiniest bit of glue, and it stuck right down, and it's down forever. I really like this glue. So I can't speak any higher of any other glue. This is the best glue I've ever used. And I always find that if you stick with a designer's line, typically the designer created all their products to work together, and he definitely did with this glue. I know I hear a lot of people have trouble with glitter, and when I use this glue, I don't have any trouble adhering things to glitter. But anyways, I wanted to make this a flat card, so I chose paper strips, and I just ran those little strips on my tonic paper trimmer, and they're not all the exact same size, but you can't tell. I just kind of did 3 random slices, tossed them on my craft desk, turned on my camera, and I had all these already cut. And I knew I was going to make a green card because I loved the red card so much. That's why the joy was already pre-assembled. I was gluing it together and thought, you know what? Why don't I turn this into a video? This die is still available. This die is a very reasonably priced die. I think depending on where you purchase it, it's somewhere between $9.99 and $12.99. So very reasonable. And you could just go on and on and on with this card. You could make garland with this card. Not this card. You could make garland with this die. So I had a blast. The video did not, I sped it up some, but I was not even working on this for, I don't know, 25 minutes. So it didn't take very long at all. Now my pieces were cut and some were assembled. But I did have to go like look for some ribbon and things like that. But turned out I'm really happy with it. If you have this die and you haven't thought about what to do for your Christmas cards, this might be a nice option. And you don't have to use as much glitter as I did. I just tend to like glittery things, especially at Christmas. So, but definitely adhere with some liquid glue if you do use glitter. And there is one of the ornaments that I made after this. I make a little mistake on it and I left it in because I will say when you're making these, you really have to think about which circle do I need to cut next. So I just started throwing white and cream on my die plate, and then I would cut with whatever spare circle I had that was a solid circle. I'd cut a white or a cream. And then I had little extra pieces and it really built up, so it made my life easier. So I didn't have to do a single pass for white or a single pass for cream. Even if it wasn't the exact right size, I wind up using it afterwards. And the stamp and the little label underneath is from Queen and Company, from that North Pole set. So there's the snow, there's the joy. These are the ornaments I made. And I will make an ornament. And I'm just showing you I use that die to back the design that I chose. So what I did is I had a wish and a joy left over. And I thought, well, that would be cute for it to say wish on one side and joy on the other. And just showing which dies I used for which circles. And I speed up the gluing because, like I said, that nozzle was a little clogged. But only for the little intricate glue did I really speed it up fast because I wanted you guys to be able to see what I did. And I wanted you to be able to see how easily they adhered to like each other. Like that, the wish and the joy, when you stick them onto their little circle, it's almost like there's a little seat for them and they just nuzzle right in. So it only takes a second, and once you find where it goes, it just, sometimes I would sit them down and they'd pop right into place. And because I was using circles that were back to back, I was using paper that was like in my discard pile, just as scraps that maybe had a design that I didn't use on one side. See, that just popped right on. That wasn't sped up, that wasn't edited, they just pop right on. And I like to clean up my glue with a paper towel, but I don't ever see anybody else doing that, but I just don't like it getting everywhere. All right, so here's where the mistake comes. You see how I just take that ribbon and then quickly put on some score tape. I used some red line tape. I didn't make sure it was lined up. So then I start putting glue on it. And when I go to line up the other side, I realize, is this even lined up? Which I got lucky. It was lined up pretty good. But since I caught myself, I pulled it off and then stuck it to the dry side so I wouldn't make a mess and re-glued. This little ornament is really glued down. So this one's going to be safe on the Christmas tree for years to come. They're really sturdy and surprisingly heavy duty because there's so many, they look so dainty and delicate. There's so many layers of cardstock, and then that glue plus the glitter paper, they're very sturdy. And now any of these could be looped onto a package. Wouldn't that be pretty, looped onto the ribbon of a package? That's why I made the ornament. I mean, not the ornament, the tag. Because I thought, well, people should see that you can just put blank cardstock on the back of it, and you've got yourself a little tag. And what better than that 25 for December 25th to make a tag with? And I just wanted to show, because I think it's confusing if you're not doing it, to tell which circle goes with which piece of paper. And you don't need that circle that I have from an extra die set, but I just thought if people have that circle, then, or a similar circle, they could get it out. It just made my ornaments and my tag a little bit larger. You could always just use that small circle that comes with it, use the exact circle that's right there, and you've got yourself your ornaments, tags, card, whatever you'd like. And I wish I'd thought about it. I would have run off all different colors of glitter and put those on a card. Wouldn't that make a pretty card? And I thought, oh, a blue and white card, like a light blue and white with the snow and silver. That would make a great card too. So, but this was just a real quick, here's my twine, that's Lawn Fawn twine. Here's just a real quick video for some holiday inspiration. And I hope it helps. I'm trying to go through all the dies that I haven't had time to use. And I think I bought this one last year. This one's relatively new. So I'm trying to get through my dies, and as often as I can, I will turn on my camera and share what I come up with. So this was a fast video. There, I just pulled the tag over so you could tell that one's the tag. Well, thanks for watching. Have fun making your cards. Talk to you soon.